Welcome back. It's Chris at Bitcoin Advisors here. It's a beautiful Wednesday morning in Westlake Village, California. And what do we have here? We're looking at the Bitcoin dominant hanging right in the middle of our range between about 60 and 64. Looking at this as a major reversal here, we're getting some higher lows and an opportunity. Open interest is ticking up from yesterday from 8 billion to 8.2 billion, almost a half a billion. We were looking to break the range. So steadily increasing from this weekend sell-off or dump. The fear and greed index here is stuck at a 78. 78, more importantly, a bounce from the 38 region, signaling this was a buying opportunity. This is reaccumulation. What is reaccumulation? Really quick, reaccumulation refers to investors gradually rebuying Bitcoin after a massive rally. This allows the dominant cryptocurrency to consolidate, rebuild momentum, and neutralize the overheated market, which plays right into the narrative I was speaking about with the Bitcoin dominance. What else did I want to bring up today? Something that you've probably all heard about. A famous quote from Baron Rothschild, an 18th century British nobleman, a member of the Rothschild banking family, is credited with saying, quote, "The time to buy is when there's blood in the streets." He should know Rothschild made a fortune buying in the panic that followed the Battle of Waterloo against Napoleon. But that's not the whole story. The original quote is believed to be, quote, "Buy when there's blood in the streets, even if it's your own blood." So if you were feeling like your blood was spilt in the streets last week when Bitcoin came down to about, to the bottom side of the range here at what, 43,000. If you were feeling the hurt, felt like your own blood was spilt, well, in fact, that was the time to be buying. And that's why we look at the fear and greed index. That's why I'm bringing this up. The old saying, and right on the same page on this Barron's article, is a famous quote from Warren Buffett: "Be fearful when others are greedy, and greedy when..." The contrarian view, and that's why we look at the fear and greed index. So when people were fearful, right, that was the time to be greedy. When people were being greedy, and this doesn't always work out, and this is why we review this on a daily basis, but, you know, people are being greedy for a long period of time, it's time to start getting fearful. Now, what I do want to jump in on the charts here right away, I want to take a look at the monthly reaccumulation distribution indicator, which this indicator's always been extremely accurate. Anytime we've seen a slope change on this, it has been your general macro trend market cycles. So what's more important, that we have seen from February to March, we actually saw the curvature to the slope increase into next month, maybe later this month, perhaps in April. I have no real reason to think we're putting in a market cycle high. And I will be releasing a video on my favorite ways to identify a market cycle high on Bitcoin. There are a few, but let's jump into our secondary charts here and take a look at this here. I'm going to put this on a log scale. We are trending above the topside Trilinger band on a monthly, and ever since the history of Bitcoin, we've always come back and touched the topside Trilinger band. So there's two ways that that can happen. Either the price comes back down to here. Now it's about 41,429. It was at 30, I believe 38 yesterday. This will kind of fluctuate as the price action goes up. So there's two ways this can happen. One is we just green candle our way to the sky, and this will get dragged up and it will touch that bottom side 200 band. Or two, we can come back down. So, you know, there is a threat of a downside move, but I'm still macro bullish on Bitcoin. So back down to the lower term time frames as we discussed yesterday. I'm actually going to throw on our primary chart here. I'm going to throw on this primary chart. I'm going to throw on our levels here. So what do we have measured out? A few major levels for the lower term time frames. Again, this is on a 4-hour. What we're looking at here is our lower bottom side support at 44,688, the midterm support at 48,199, and the top side support here at 51,000. So yesterday we did say if we got a move below this 48,199, a 4-hour closure below, we were expecting a move back down here to 44,941. Call it 45,000. Now, it looks like it was a fake out, and that's why it's important you have your risk management in place for at times like this when it doesn't work out. So what is happening now is we're getting 4-hour closures moving up, and we did get a 4-hour closure above this $51,000 pivot. And we have open interest popping up almost $500 million from yesterday. So I am looking for this next move to play out. And it looks like, I mean, the measure move on this, let's just call it, you know, 55,500, somewhere in that range. I'm looking for that to go ahead and to move up. And we did get a wick above our prior high at, what was this, 52,100 on Coinbase on our last closure right here with this candle. We got a wick above. Look, could we get a reversal and come back down? Yes, but what I'm going to do is move this point back down here to 47,658. And if we get a closure below there on a 4-hour, I'm expecting that move to come back down to the 44,789, call it 44.8. However, right now, I'm going to hold off on my downside opinion. If this condition 400, then I'm looking for that move back down here. But what I am looking for is for this more likely to play out. Why? Because the underlying market dynamics, the fear and greed index, the open interest, the price action, all working together to show some short-term, medium-term, and long-term bullish biases for Bitcoin. And what we are seeing with the Bitcoin dominance is altcoins are beginning to bifurcate. While the DeFi coins are rallying, other coins, you know, can't seem to hold on to their lows. You know, XRP not doing too great. This one actually is someone I would take a look at. KNC looks like a decent token. What do we want to look at? What is Litecoin doing? Litecoin, you know, looks like we're getting a little bullish move. Needless to say, what is Cardano doing? Yeah, if you look at it, these Bitcoin altcoin pairings like A to BTC and XRP, BTC, where was it right here? They're just, I mean, really having a hard time holding on to their lows. So there's a couple other coins I wanted to take a look at really quick with you guys that we mentioned yesterday. We got one of my new favorites, Comp here, which we did get a tag up to this marker yesterday. We didn't get a closure above. Honestly, I think I'm going to take some positions off in this region. Just, need to take some profits, but that's where I'm expecting, this coin, Comp, to head back up. And I'm going to take a look at one other here, Synthetics. I'm expecting this one to come back up to about 25 bucks. Move back up there. And what else do we want to look at? Oh, Doggy Coin. What did I want to bring up about Doggy Coin? Something pretty amazing about Doggy Coin on a monthly. Whoa, look at that. Had you bought 2 months ago down at less than a penny, you'd be sitting pretty. But let's take a look at it on a weekly. That's what I wanted to look at. On a weekly, I think I'm going to have to pull up another chart. But what we are getting is higher lows on a weekly, and higher highs. We're in a significant uptrend with Doggy Coin, with Elon Musk pulling it up. And what did I hear today? Look at this cute little picture. Fans on the popular canine themed cryptocurrency, Doggy Coin, can now make purchases at 1,800 ATMs locations in the United States. That's pretty amazing for some coin that really has no use, no utility, and just has a cute puppy picture. So I'm going to leave you with that today. Say, let's catch up tomorrow. Have a blessed, wonderful, beautiful day.